Imagine a machine so thirsty for diesel that it empties a tank the size of a swimming pool every single day. These aren't science fiction. They're real excavators currently operating in mines around the world, burning thousands of liters of fuel per hour, consuming more energy in one shift than most people use in an entire year. If you thought your truck had a bad fuel bill, wait until you see what these steel giants are drinking. Number 10. Caterpillar 390. Let's kick things off with a machine that most serious construction operators will recognize, the Caterpillar 390F. This is the kind of excavator you find on massive infrastructure projects, deep harbor dredging, highway construction, large dam foundations. It sits in CAT's top-tier construction excavator lineup, and it earns its place by being relentlessly powerful. The 390F is powered by a CAT C18 engine, rated at 524 horsepower. It has an operating weight of around 91,600 kilograms, roughly 202,000 pounds, and can dig to a maximum depth of about 8.47 meters. For a construction-class machine, these are serious numbers. Now, how much fuel does it burn? Under heavy operating conditions, continuous hard digging, working hydraulic hammer attachments, loading trucks on tight cycles, the 390F can consume between 35 to 50 liters of diesel per hour. On a typical 10-hour workday with sustained heavy load, you're looking at potentially 400 liters or more disappearing into that engine. Over a full work week, that's well over 2,000 liters, about the same as filling a mid-size car's fuel tank 40 times over. What makes the 390F interesting in the context of fuel is that Caterpillar actually spent significant engineering effort trying to make it less thirsty than its predecessor. The 390F burns about 7% less fuel than the 390D it replaced, thanks to the C18 engine's improved combustion management, a more efficient hydraulic system, and an adaptive control valve that matches hydraulic response to joystick input without wasting pressure. The on-demand power system also adjusts engine speed dynamically rather than running at full throttle all the time. Despite all those efficiency improvements, this machine still drinks diesel at a rate that would make most people wince. That's the nature of 524 horsepower doing real work. Every cycle of that big bucket, digging, swinging, dumping, returning, is a tiny sip from the fuel tank, and when those cycles stack up at 300 to 400 per hour, it adds up fast. Number 9. Komatsu PC5500-6. Komatsu has long been one of the most respected names in mining equipment, and the PC5500-6 is one of their most widely sold ultra-class excavators, with over 170 units sold worldwide. Particularly popular in North American mining operations, this machine has carved out a strong reputation in hard rock quarrying and large-scale coal extraction. The PC5500-6 carries an operating weight of 536 metric tons and wields a backhoe bucket with a capacity of 29 cubic meters. Its engine output reaches around 1,864 horsepower, delivered through a pair of Komatsu diesel engines that keep the hydraulic system pressurized and the swing motor turning thousands of times per shift. At full production load in a hard rock quarry, the kind of work this machine was designed for, the PC5500-6 will consume approximately 200 to 250 liters of diesel per hour. Over a 12-hour mining shift, that's as much as 3,000 liters. Multiply that by 365 days, and you start talking about over 1 million liters of diesel annually for just this one machine. Mining operators don't flinch at those numbers because the productivity justifies the fuel bill. Each bucket load the PC5500-6 lifts represents tens of thousands of dollars worth of ore or coal. When a machine moves that much material per cycle, fuel cost per ton moved actually becomes quite competitive. The economics of large excavators are counterintuitive. A bigger, thirstier machine often delivers a better cost per ton than running 3 smaller, more fuel-efficient ones. Number 8. Liebherr R 996B. Liebherr is a Swiss-German manufacturer, famous for building machines engineered to extraordinary tolerances. And the R996B is a prime example of that philosophy. Weighing in at up to 676 metric tons, this machine is powered by a pair of Cummins K1800E engines with a combined output of 2,240 kilowatts, approximately 3,000 horsepower. What makes the R996B particularly notable is its optional Arctic configuration. Liebherr designed this machine to operate in temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius, which is -58 Fahrenheit. Think about what that means for fuel consumption. In extreme cold, hydraulic fluid thickens dramatically, requiring far more energy to push it through the system. Diesel engines in sub-zero conditions demand longer warm-up periods and consume more fuel to maintain operating temperatures. Engineers estimate a cold weather fuel consumption penalty of 15 to 20% compared to temperate climate operation. Under standard heavy load mining conditions, the R996B burns approximately 250 to 320 liters per hour. Its 36 cubic meter backhoe bucket makes short work of enormous material volumes. But that productivity is powered by a relentless appetite for diesel. You can find R996B machines operating in the coal mines of Australia and Indonesia. Climates about as far from Arctic as it gets, where they simply drink fuel in the heat and humidity rather than the cold. Liebherr built roughly 100 units of this model over its production run, and many are still operating in active mines around the world, quietly consuming fuel around the clock every day of the year. Number 7. Komatsu PC7000-11. The Komatsu PC7000-11 is one of the newer entries in the ultra-class excavator lineup, representing the cutting edge of Japanese mining machine engineering. It is the 7th largest hydraulic excavator in the world by operating weight, and the first unit ever shipped went to a gold mine in Argentina in February 2019. The PC7000-11 weighs approximately 640 metric tons and is powered by two 16-cylinder Tier 2 diesel engines, delivering a combined 2,500 kilowatts, about 3,350 horsepower. Its usable fuel tank capacity is approximately 13,033 liters, which tells you a great deal about how long the designers expected this machine to run between refueling stops. At sustained production rates, the PC7000-11 consumes fuel at approximately 250 to 350 liters per hour. With a 13,000-liter fuel tank and that consumption rate, a full tank represents roughly 37 to 52 hours of continuous operation, less than 2 full days of round-the-clock mining. Many large mine sites have dedicated fuel trucks that service these giant excavators directly at their working face, eliminating the need to move the machine to a fueling station. Assembly of the first PC7000-11 unit at the Argentine gold mine took more than 4 weeks. When a machine takes a month to assemble and has a fuel tank capacity measured in tens of thousands of liters, you're operating in a completely different world from the construction sites most people imagine when they hear the word excavator. Number 6. Caterpillar 6060. The CAT 6060, available in both backhoe and front shovel configurations, holds the distinction of being the top-selling Caterpillar mining excavator. That's a remarkable achievement for a machine that costs millions of dollars and exists primarily to serve large open-pit mines. Its sales success speaks to how well Caterpillar balanced performance, reliability, and total cost of ownership. The 6060 traces its lineage back to the Bucyrus RH340, which Caterpillar inherited when it acquired Bucyrus International in 2011, $8.8 billion acquisition that instantly gave CAT a dominant position in mining equipment. The machine weighs around 560 metric tons and is powered by two CAT 3512C engines, producing a combined 1,120 kilowatts, 1,500 horsepower. Its bucket capacity is 34 cubic meters, designed to fill a 220-ton dump truck like the CAT 793D in exactly 4 passes. Fuel consumption for the CAT 6060 under sustained mining load runs approximately 150 to 200 liters per hour over a 24-hour mining day, and modern mining operations often run continuously. This translates to 3,600 to 4,800 liters of diesel consumed every single day. To put that in perspective, the average car in the United States burns roughly 2,000 liters of fuel per year. The CAT 6060, on a busy mining shift, can consume that same amount in just 10 to 13 hours. The fuel doesn't just disappear into heat, it's converted into the hydraulic force needed to bite through rock, lift 30-plus cubic meters of ore, and swing that load onto a truck that costs more than most houses. The economics are brutal, and the machine makes them work. Number 5. Komatsu PC8000-11. Step up to the PC8000-11 and you're entering the realm where fuel consumption figures start to genuinely shock people. This is Komatsu's largest mining excavator and the fifth largest hydraulic excavator in the world by operating weight. The PC8000-11 weighs 773 metric tons and features a 42 cubic meter bucket designed to match 240 to 400 ton haul trucks. Power comes from dual Komatsu SAA 12V170E-3 diesel engines, delivering a combined 3,000 kilowatts, approximately 4,020 horsepower. Its fuel tank holds 14,000 liters, and that tank can be drained surprisingly fast. Under full production load, the PC8000-11 can consume close to 3,000 liters of diesel per day. That's roughly 250 liters per hour at peak operation. The machine integrates Komatsu's Comtrax Plus system for advanced remote monitoring and predictive diagnostics. Modern mining companies track fuel consumption data constantly, looking for efficiency losses that indicate maintenance issues before they cause breakdowns. The PC8000-11 is available in both backhoe and face shovel configurations, and both can dig to a maximum depth of 8 meters. It generates a tear-out force of 1,813 kilonewtons, the sheer power required to rip through compacted ore and blasted rock faces. Every time that bucket engages hard material, the engine responds by injecting more fuel. The hydraulic pumps surge, and pressure builds to levels that can fracture solid stone. That's what those thousands of liters per day are actually doing. Number 4. Liebherr R 9800. The Liebherr N9800 is the fourth largest hydraulic excavator in the world, and it represents Liebherr's commitment to engineering machines that outlast the competition. Designed for the most demanding large-scale mining operations, the R9800 is commonly paired with Liebherr's own T264 and T284 mining trucks to create a matched loading system that maximizes productivity at the loading face. The R9800 weighs 810 metric tons and can be configured with either a diesel or electric drivetrain. In diesel form, it delivers 2,984 kilowatts, approximately 4,000 horsepower. Its bucket capacity reaches 42 cubic meters in both backhoe and face shovel configurations. One remarkable statistic, the R9800 G6's fuel tank holds approximately 19,690 liters of diesel. That's nearly 20,000 liters, about 5,200 US gallons in a single tank. At sustained mining operation, the R9800 burns fuel at a rate comparable to the PC8000, consuming approximately 250 to 350 liters per hour under heavy load. With a nearly 20,000-liter tank, a fully fueled R9800 can theoretically run for 56 to 80 hours without refueling, roughly 2 to 3 days of continuous operation. The machine is also built for extreme longevity. Liebherr designs the R9800 for more than 80,000 operating hours before major overhaul. If this machine runs 6,000 hours per year, a reasonable figure for an active mining site, it can operate for over 13 years before needing a full rebuild. Over that lifetime, at 300 liters per hour average consumption, it will burn approximately 1.44 billion liters of diesel from first ignition to final overhaul. That number is staggering. Number 3. Hitachi EX8000-7B. Hitachi has built an extraordinary reputation in mining. The company claims that 1/3 of all hydraulic mining excavators operating worldwide are Hitachi machines. The EX8000 series represents the pinnacle of that legacy, and the latest 7B version pushes performance and efficiency to new levels. The EX8000-7B reaches an operating weight of 750 metric tons. It is powered by dual Cummins QSK60 engines, delivering a combined output of 3,890 horsepower. Its bucket capacity of 43 cubic meters in backhoe configuration, or 40 cubic meters in face shovel mode, makes it one of the largest capacity machines on the planet. The Cummins QSK60 engines at the heart of this machine are the same basic engine platform used across multiple ultra-class excavators, a testament to how dominant Cummins has become in the extreme end of mining equipment. Each QSK60 displaces 60 liters. That's a single engine with 60 liters of displacement, more than 12 times the displacement of a typical pickup truck engine. Fuel consumption for the EX8000-7B under full production conditions reaches approximately 300 to 380 liters per hour. The 7B designation indicates this is an updated generation focused partly on energy efficiency improvements over earlier versions. Hitachi's engineers worked on hydraulic circuit optimization, engine load management, and energy recovery systems to reduce fuel burn per ton of material moved. Despite those efforts, the sheer scale of the machine means its absolute fuel consumption remains enormous. A single X8000-7B operating in an Australian iron ore mine, running 2 12-hour shifts daily, will consume over 2.6 million liters of diesel per year. That's enough to drive a standard car around the Earth, roughly 260 times. Number 2. Caterpillar 6090FS, formerly Bucyrus RH400. We have arrived at number 2, and the step up in scale from everything that came before is dramatic. The Caterpillar 6090FS is widely recognized as one of the largest and most powerful hydraulic excavators ever built, with an operating weight of approximately 980 to 1,000 metric tons, nearly 1 million kilograms of steel, hydraulic fluid, and diesel-burning engineering. Its history is fascinating. This machine originated as the Terex RH400, first launched in Germany in 1997. Terex acquired O&K Mining the following year and briefly renamed it the O&K Terex RH400. Then Terex sold its mining division to Bucyrus in 2010, where it became the Bucyrus RH400, famous for setting a world record shoveling approximately 9,900 tons of material per hour, the highest figure ever recorded for a hydraulic mining excavator. In 2011, Caterpillar acquired Bucyrus in a deal worth $8.8 billion, and the machine was reborn as the CAT 6090FS. At the heart of this colossus sit two Cummins QSK60 diesel engines, the same 60-liter displacement power plants found in the Hitachi EX8000. Together they deliver a combined 4,500 horsepower, 3,355 kilowatts to a hydraulic system capable of generating forces that would be unimaginable on a job site excavator. The bucket capacity is a jaw-dropping 52 cubic meters. You could park a full-size pickup truck inside the bucket and still have room left over. Now the fuel numbers. The CAT 6090FS burns approximately 3,500 liters of diesel every single day under normal mining operations. At its hourly rate, this machine consumes approximately 140 to 200 liters per hour, depending on the work cycle and material hardness. The design of its closed-loop swing circuit actually recovers kinetic energy during swing deceleration and feeds it back into the hydraulic system, a genuinely clever engineering solution that reduces fuel consumption compared to open-circuit competitors. You can find CAT 6090FS machines operating in coal fields in Australia, iron ore pits in South Africa, and copper mines in Chile. A new unit starts at approximately $30 million. The running costs, dominated by fuel, make it clear why mining companies obsess over material moved per liter metrics. Each bucket load of this machine might carry 100 tons or more of ore. At that productivity level, even $30,000 per day in fuel costs can represent excellent economics. Number 1. Komatsu PC9000. The number 1 spot goes to a machine that only emerged in full production form recently, but which represents the absolute pinnacle of hydraulic excavator engineering as of today, the Komatsu PC9000. This machine exists because the oil sands mining operations in Alberta, Canada demanded it. Oil sands extraction requires moving enormous volumes of overburden, the material sitting above the oil-bearing sands, and doing it at a cost per ton that makes the entire operation profitable. The PC9000 was specifically engineered for this application, designed and built to dominate one of the most demanding mining environments on Earth. The PC9000 specifications are breathtaking. Operating weight 900 metric tons, bucket capacity estimated 50 cubic meters. Engine configuration: dual Cummins QSK78 diesel engines, delivering a combined output of 4,828 horsepower. The QSK78, note the larger displacement figure compared to the QSK60 in the 6090 FS, represents Cummins' most powerful diesel engine in the mining space, with 78 liters of displacement per engine. Two of them together mean 156 liters of total engine displacement. To put that in context, a full-size American pickup truck has roughly 5 to 6 liters of displacement. The PC9000 packs the equivalent of about 28 pickup truck engines into its engine bay. At full production load in the Canadian oil sands, the PC9000 can consume approximately 400 to 500 liters of diesel per hour. Over a 24-hour operating day, that means the machine can drink between 9,600 and 12,000 liters of diesel, enough to fill multiple road tankers. In a single month, this machine may consume over 300,000 liters of fuel. Mining operators at Canadian oil sand sites deal with brutal conditions. Extreme cold in winter, temperatures regularly plunge below -40 degrees Celsius, which increases hydraulic fluid viscosity and forces engines to work harder. Massive abrasive loads as the bucket tears through tar-soaked sand and rock, and the relentless pressure to keep moving material at a profitable rate. The PC9000 was engineered to withstand all of this while maintaining the fuel per ton efficiency that makes the operation viable. The PC9000 was designed alongside Komatsu's massive haul trucks to work as a system, loading each truck in a minimum number of passes to reduce cycle time and therefore reduce fuel burn per ton of material moved. The goal is never to minimize fuel use in absolute terms. It's to maximize the value extracted per liter burned. At 900 tons, the PC9000 sits just below the CAT 6090 FS by operating weight. But its dual QSK78 engines give it the highest horsepower rating in the hydraulic excavator world. With 4,828 combined horsepower and a 50 cubic meter bucket, it stands as the most fuel-hungry hydraulic excavator currently in production. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.